Out of the fallout from Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s purge of all the experts on a key advisory committee that helps set policy on vaccines, including immunizations for children. There were protesters outside the CDC, including current employees. Senior national correspondent Steve Osunsami is there with the story. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, George. There have been regular protests here outside the CDC since this current administration began, but this is the first to openly include current employees.
Current CDC employees, some who were fired, some who were laid off, and others who decided to retire, are taking to the busy street outside the CDC.
He's going to bring people in who support his thoughts, and that's not how science should work.
The people that we trust to give us the right information, the scientific explanation, are going to be gone, and RFK Jr. is going to be the one calling the shots.
They view this as the latest fight in a battle between politics and science. The decision from Health Secretary RFK Jr. to fire 17 experts who regularly advise the CDC on vaccines. Dr. Noel Brewer was one of them.
Healthcare providers used to look to ACIP to establish best recommendations based on evidence and expert advice. And that expertise has left the building.
Secretary Kennedy has long questioned America's use of vaccines, and he's defending his decision.
We're going to bring people onto the ACIP panel, not anti-vaxxers. We're bringing people on who are credentialed scientists, who are highly credentialed physicians, who are going to do evidence-based medicine, who are going to be objective, and who are going to follow the science and make critical public health determinations for our children.
Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy, a doctor, was a deciding vote in approving Kennedy for the job and said this at the time after meeting with RFK Jr.
It confirmed he will maintain the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices recommendations without changes.
Do you have any regrets, though?
In person, he refused to comment about the firings, but had plenty to say online, writing that he worries a new vaccine advisory board will be filled up with people who know nothing about vaccines except suspicion, but says he will continue to talk with Kennedy to ensure this is not the case.
This group of advisors still has a meeting on the books for later this month where they are possibly going to recommend a COVID vaccine for this winter. They will need members for that. Robin?
Yes, they will. All right, Steve, our thanks to you.